How's it going? Monday, December 26, 2022. Looking over my YouTube channel. Looks like the last time I posted a video was a month ago, 30 days ago, the end of November. What have I been doing? Well, I went on a cruise and I've been writing another book. My last video, episode 521, I discussed all the books I've written. And I'm writing another one called The Greatest Offensive Seasons of All Time Among Hall of Fame Players. So I'm spending a lot of time writing that one. And I finished it. So it'll take a while to get it self-published. Then I started another project. This one is the top 5 accomplishments in 12 categories for baseball players. This one is going to be a labor of love. It really is, because I've got about 500 pages. I got to list the top 5, for example, in home runs for every year, 150 years, from 1871 through 2022. So the top 5, 1871, 1872, top 5 home runs, leaders, every year until 2022. So far, I finished the home run section. It was 31 pages. I've got 11 more categories: home runs, runs, batting average, runs scored, runs batted in, singles, doubles, triples, base on balls, slugging percentage, on base percentage, total bases, and stolen bases. So it's going to take 30 pages to list the top 5 in each category of who led their league. So 500 pages. Then after that, I'm going to do pitching. So I've got 2 more books coming up on baseball. So that's what I've been doing for the last month. So I figured, hey, let's get back into analyzing more baseball matchups. You've noticed that I've got this list here, excuse me, where I've been matching up a lot of the everyday players and see who wins the matchup. For example, Ty Cobb versus Pete Rose, Ruth versus Aaron, Musial versus Hansen, Gehrig versus Mays, Wagner, Lajoie, Nap Lajoie, Speaker, Hornsby, Yastrzemski, Murray. I went through a lot of lists, and all my videos, if you want to check them out, you can look at the title and see which one interests you as far as matchups. So I think I'm done matching up as many players as I can, the everyday players. Looks like, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 30, 32, 44. I did about 60 matchups. Let's get into pitching. In this book, Baseball All-Time Player Matchups, I also do the pitching matchups. I want to start doing videos on that, okay? First one, Cy Young versus Walter Johnson. Who's better? I like analyzing this. I came up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 categories. Most wins, innings, strikeouts, complete games, games started in a season, shutouts in a season, ERA, wins in a season, innings in a season, strikeouts in a season, ERA in a season, best of, most saves, and best winning percentage. Let's match up Cy Young and Walter Johnson. See who wins the matchup. Wins. Cy Young 511, Walter Johnson 417. 1-0 Cy Young. Let's write this down. Young, Johnson. First category wins. Cy Young wins it. Second category, most innings, career. Cy Young, 7,356. Walter Johnson, 5,914. 2-0 Cy Young. Strikeouts. Young had 2,803 career. Walter Johnson, 3,509. Give one to Johnson. 2-1 Young. Complete games. Cy Young has 749. Walter Johnson, 531. 3-1 Young. Game started. Cy Young, 815. Incredible. Walter Johnson, 666. 4-1 in matchups. Cy Young over Walter Johnson. Game started in a season. Cy Young had 49, the most for him. Walter Johnson, 42. 5-1 Cy Young. Shutouts. Cy Young, 776. Walter Johnson, 110. Give one to Walter Johnson there. Scores 5-2 in matchups. Shutouts in a season. The most for Young was 10, but the most for Walter Johnson, he had 11. So he wins another category. It's 5-3. Still Cy Young. ERA career. Cy Young 2.63. Walter Johnson 2.17. Lower. So he wins that category. It's 5-4. Cy Young. Wins in a season. This is interesting. The most for Young was 36. And the most for Walter Johnson, he had 36. So it's a tie. Give him a tie there. Most innings in a season pitched. Cy Young, 453. Walter Johnson, 371. Give the category to Young. It's 6-4. Cy Young. Strikeouts in a season. Most for Young, he had 210 one year. Walter Johnson, 313. Score is 6-5, 1 tie in favor of Cy Young. Best ERA in a season. Cy Young, 1.26. Walter Johnson, 1.14. Give the category to Johnson. They're both tied. 6-6-1. Career saves. Cy Young, 18. Walter Johnson, 34. He wins. So Walter Johnson right now is ahead of Cy Young, 7-6. Winning percentage. This is interesting. Cy Young, 619. Walter Johnson, 599. Give it to Cy Young. So it's 7-7-1, and that's it. 15 categories. 7 wins for Cy Young, 7 wins for Walter Johnson, and a 1 tie. They tied, and most wins in a season at 36. Who's the better pitcher in matchups? Cy Young or Walter Johnson? I have to go with Walter Johnson. Why? More shutouts, more strikeouts, better ERA, more strikeouts in a season, better ERA in a season. Young wins in career wins because he has 511, which no one will tie. That is an unbreakable record. That record of 511 wins will never be broken. He has also more innings, over 7,000 innings. He has more complete games and more games started. So Young is more durable, pitched longer. See, Walter Johnson, he was on a last place team and still wins 417 games. Young had better teams, so he won more games, 511. He started 815, Cy Young. Walter Johnson only 666. That's a difference of about 150 games more for Cy Young. But if you mess them up, who would you take? Game 7 of a World Series, would you take Cy Young or Walter Johnson? I take Walter Johnson. Why? The power arm, the strikeouts, his fastball. They say it was 100 miles an hour. I don't think Cy Young threw 100 miles an hour. I think the success for Cy Young is staying in the game and getting the decision and winning the games. And he had good stuff. Walter Johnson stayed in the game and won the game. He had good stuff. Excuse me. The key to Cy Young is he pitched longer, and so he gets more wins, more starts, more complete games. But if you want the better pitcher, you got to go with Walter Johnson because of the power arm, the strikeouts, the shutouts, the ERA. You agree or disagree there? Excuse me. I'm doing fine. What do you think? All right, so baseball's all-time player matchups. I'm gonna focus on pitching in the next videos. Who shall I do next? Have you heard of Pud Calvin? This guy, remarkable pitcher. I'm going to match him up with someone who is also a good pitcher back in the olden times. Pud Calvin versus Tim Keefe. Who do you think wins that matchup? Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I need to keep the YouTube channel active. So that's why I'm doing the videos, okay? If I let it go too long, they may disable my account. I don't want that to happen because I've got 521 episodes of baseball analysis and some of the other stuff I've done on my videos, okay? So thanks for watching. I'm out.